you're ready.
All right, we're back at Adventure Chiropractic. This is Dr. Chris. We're here to go over the second part of our wellness worksheet with you guys, a little bit more detail today. I've had some questions about what about different types of diets. I put down a general health and wellness type diet format with a macronutrient breakdown. Remember, that's our big nutrients, our fat, protein, and carbohydrates. I put down a general wellness or healthy split of 20% protein, 30% fat, and 50% carbs. Okay, so that's going to work well for most people to feel and function well. That's what we have on our general wellness sheet. But some people say, well, what if I have different goals? What if I want to build more muscle, or what if I want to run marathons, or what if I just really need to lose a lot of weight? Is that the best split for me? Well, different goals need different splits, so you can actually break this down a lot different. So I thought I'd go over that in more detail for you guys today. Okay, grab our old marker here. And I want to talk about building muscle more. So if we want more muscle's made out of protein. We still got to put in time in the weight room in the gym, but we want to make sure we have the building blocks to repair what muscles we're damaging in the gym so that we grow bigger and grow stronger. So if we want to build muscle, we're going to eat a higher protein diet. I would recommend a macro split of somewhere in the ballpark of 30%. Okay, 30% protein, 30% fat, and then the leftover 40% carbs. So you're still going to have a lot of energy to lift weights in the gym, but you might not have as much for glycogen stores and things like that that would give you as much endurance when you're running or doing cardiovascular activity, okay? But that'll be optimal for building more muscle in the gym and getting lean. Okay, if we want cardio endurance, we're like, look, I don't lift weights much, but I want to run marathons. Well, you're going to need a lot more carbs, most likely to supply that for a lot of people. Okay, you might not feel well unless you're getting more carbs into your system. So we can go with a little bit lower protein breakdown again. We can bring that back down to 20, and we might feel a little bit lighter if we're only eating about 20% fat. And then maybe getting upwards of 60% of our calories through carbs. And remember, these are still healthy carbs. It's not carte blanche to go out and eat all the chips and cookies you can get your hands on, but getting lots of plant-based carbs into your diet could really help fuel those long runs and more endurance activities that people might be doing. We're going to go ahead and talk about rapid weight loss last. And this is something for rapid weight loss, a high-fat diet. This is what everybody knows these days as keto, okay? Ketogenic diets actually have the most research behind them for helping conditions like epilepsy, but they also have this interesting side effect that you lose a lot of weight. Okay, your body thinks you're kind of in a starvation mode, and so you're going to just burn off a lot of stored fat that you might have, but you also do tend to lose muscle mass with that. Okay, sometimes it's more important to lose a lot of weight than to put on muscle if we have a lot of health issues going on. So a ketogenic diet, this one's a little more extreme, it's a little harder to maintain than the other two, but it is possible. We want to actually go out and have 10% or so protein. Okay, we got to keep it under around 10%. Then we're going to go ahead and eat about 85% of our calories are going to come from fat. Okay, and last, we get a whole whopping 5% carbs daily. That's not much sugar at all. That's not much for vegetables or fruit. Okay. It's hard to sustain that diet, a true ketogenic diet, but it does have rapid weight loss results. It does have benefits for certain conditions like epilepsy. It's just harder to maintain for most people. So you're usually going to find a lot better adherence and people not getting discouraged by following one of these more moderate plans. And remember, you can always play around with it. See how your body feels after doing a different macro split than you're used to, or just track your macros to even see where you're at. Start out with the "you are here" on your map, okay? Use one of those MyFitnessPal or other macro trackers out there, and see if you can actually find out where you are, and then play around with these numbers to see if you feel better on a higher protein diet, or maybe if you feel better on a split diet. Maybe we're doing a modified keto where we're eating up to 20 or 30% of our calories from carbs a day, but a good balance of protein and fats over here. Some people do really well with that. So test around a little bit for yourself, see what works for you. Give any diet you try 2 to 4 weeks minimum to see how your body feels and reacts to it, because shifting your metabolism will definitely create a change. We just don't always know whether you'll like that change or not. Again, comment below if you have any questions that we can clarify on today's topic, and let us know what else you want to hear about. We'll be back to talk more next week on Next Fitness Friday at Venture Chiropractic, where we're here to help you move better, feel better, be a better you.
Everybody's moving, everybody's moving, everybody's moving, 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 moving. Everybody's moving, everybody's moving, everybody's moving.